What?
Nice?
Yeah.
Happy? Happy? Great to hear that. We are business owners here. And as a business owner, it is important that we get up every morning with a positive note, with a note that we are looking forward to make more money for our business. And one important thing that we need to understand is when we see ourselves as a business owner, one big difference that we should have is we should get up as a king. We should get up as somebody who is a leader and not somebody who has just got up to either look for the checklist to pay bills or to ensure that some of the compliances are met or not. That's not the way we should think about doing the business. I know being an MSME, that is how our daily life begins. We have to get up so that either we have to fix our salary for the next quarter, or we have to pay compliances, or we have to pay taxes, or we have to pay some sort of bills. And our mind always thinks about how we can fix our next day or our next quarter as MSME. But please understand one thing, we MSME in India, we contribute to 30% of our GDP. Overall in India, around 110 million people are employed, are part of MSME. We are big contributor to India's GDP, India's growth. So if we think just about next day, next quarter, it is not going to help us grow in our business. It is not going to help our country grow further. On that note, let's think about how we can go ahead and make our business more profitable, because everything we understand, it starts from our heart and our mind.
Yeah.
And there are two forces that we need to understand how we can bring in the profit to the business. Generally, as we go through the journey, you will have your self-reflection. You only think about one of the fours. You don't focus on the other fours. And that's why I started with this note, so that we start thinking on the other fours. The other force is how we can think of ourselves as a king, as a leader, to build a further empire. And for that, one important thing is something that we miss to understand, is how to keep our internal structure strong. So with that, let's see what are the two forces that helps us grow further. Profitable businesses grow always comes from two forces. Most people obsess only over one. But the serious business master both. That is revenue acceleration and leadership and operations. Tell me honestly, all of you, when you think about your business growth, how many of you just always focus on the revenue acceleration? How can I get more customer? How can I get more business from the outside? And we rarely think about the leadership operations, how things are working, functioning within the business. Raise your hands, how many of you, as the day or as the month starts, you only focus on how can I get more business, how can I get more clients? In a month, most of your time only thinks about how can I have more and more and more people coming in, so that we think that the more customer we have, the more sales we have, market expansion, we price it on a higher side, we get capital, we get funding. That means that's how our business grows. Now tell me one thing, leadership and operations. How many of you have leaders and you go ahead and sit with them as you ask them serious questions on some serious delegated matters that you ask your leaders on how your operations is working in a month? Do you give a lot of dedicated time, or you are the only solopreneur so far, even if it's an MSME business? You are the only one. You get up in the morning, you have to fix everything. You only think about bringing a customer, and there's no one who you can delegate a lot of things so that they can manage the operations. Is that how your daily life is as a business owner? Raise your hands.
Yes.
No? So should I believe that all of you have some sort of a leader, some sort of a structure of operations within your business that's running it?
We don't have.
That's great then. If that is so, then I'm really happy to see that in this audience. The reason why I want to focus on the leadership and operations is because the decision quality, cost structure, process discipline, cash management, these are few things that will make you grow. Now, for example, if we are spending 4 hours here, expanding our business, growing our business, there has to be somebody taking some serious decisions at the back end, managing your operations. That's how your business will grow. That's called building your second line leadership. So that when you can focus on what you are good at, you have people working on keeping your operations strong. Business can never be done by one person. Empire can never be built by one person. It has to be council. It has to be a group of intelligent people working together. Now, to all of you who think about bringing in more business, more revenue, more customers every month, let me tell you, you are only bringing in 10 to 30% of growth to your business. If you only focus on this part. Who will pay us more? Where can we grow faster? How do we attract investors? How do we look for a more valuable customer? And how do we look for more, or rather I should say, how do we look more attractive from outside? That's the focus that we have. No matter you meet all of them, I'm telling you, this is a start. You meet all of them, still it's only 10 to 30% you can bring as a growth. But if you focus on margin improvement, if you focus on cost leakage recovery, improvement in decision speed, your business will have a better profit margin. Please understand, if you want to grow further, more than revenue, it's your profit margin that decides the fate of your business. Even if you want to take an exit, you want to sell the business, or you want to take investments, or you want to keep the business as a legacy, you want to pass it on to the next generation, or you want to be free of running the operations every day. If any one of that is your goal, you have to focus on cost leakage recovery, better profit margin, and you should have more people to take decisions on your behalf for the business. Does this make sense?
Yep. Yes.
Any thoughts? Any view on this? One of the most important things that you should understand in cost leakage, the oil business, 2 aspects my lawyer told me where India always falls into the risk of compliance is tax and debt. Debt recovery, that's a debt trap, or you fail to pay some tax and then there is a penalty and you are not aware of it. These are the 2 major insights I got from my lawyer recently. I thought of letting you know that's one of the major cost leakage all of us have in our business, at some point or another. If you can fix this by having some sort of a retainer, that will definitely help you. Now, external growth makes you visible, internal strengthen your business and makes you investable. Now have a look at these 2 businesses. I'll quickly run through a few of the slides in interest of time. When we have a strong external, that's revenue acceleration, and we have weak internal, we always have chaos, we have cash burns, and we have collapses. This is a table that will help you understand. If we have a weak external, that means no revenue acceleration, but things are going fine. We have some good clients, they are paying us, and it's going everything fine. We are meeting our checklist every time. It is stable. You know that plateau state, it's not growing. When you have both weak, then definitely there is a decline eventually. And we will not know about it. Let's look at some case studies. Let's say it's a dark store. You have a physical retail store and it's a new location, discounts, you're doing a market spending and revenue growth is 35% year on year. But the problem is that inventory losses are growing, decision making is slow, fulfillment cost is increasing. What do you think? What is the problem here? Is it a growth of revenue acceleration or is it a growth of leadership, lack of operational issues?
Lack of operational issues.
Lack of operational issues. Exactly. No matter how much you grow, even if you add another store, it is not going to help you go further. We will not control your internal. Let's take another real estate business owner. You have good projects, strong demand capital, but slow approval, cash is stuck in inventory, no clear prioritization of projects. What is the problem here? Internal or external?
Internal.
Internal. If we say cash is the king, and if because of the slow approval process, your cash is stuck, then what's the point? Yes, it's the internal. Third one, investor's perspective. There are two companies, same revenue. One has strong leadership, clear profit margin, execution track record, efficient operations. Another one is growing fast, but internally it is a chaos. Cost structure we don't know, profit margin we don't know. Which one do you think investor will invest? Most of us sometimes at some point of time we look for investor, or sometimes we want an exit. Taking an exit from your business is also a good deal. It's not bad. Sometimes you make your business really good, so good that somebody wants to acquire it. It's absolutely fine. It's a strategic decision if you believe so. But for that, you have to keep your operations and your internal structure right. So that was the training for today. With that note, I want you to think through for your business, where exactly are you lacking? Where are you underinvesting? Anyone who wants to give a thought to it, any self-realization that happened that, yes, I was doing this, not this, and I just realized it. Any self-realization or reflection moment by anyone? Or I made you think too deep. So yes,